True masculinity has nothing to do with unnecessary violence or oppression. True masculinity is characterized by taking responsibility. It is about being a support to other people in crucial moments, such as crises. Masculinity is caring not only for yourself, but also for your fellow people. It means leading other people and standing up for the group when things get tough. People seek the leadership and protection of masculine men because they know they always have a plan or advice at hand. They know that these men will not avoid responsibilities and will stand up for decisions, even if they turn out badly. It is no coincidence that many masculine men are at the top of our society and leading the way. The masses follow them because these men have gone out of their comfort zone and have taken the difficult path in life. Therefore, they have the necessary skills and also the mental strength to lead in difficult situations. When you start taking responsibility in your life, the masculine side in you will also rise. As you stop blaming your outside world for your circumstances and take that weight on your shoulders, your natural masculine instincts will emerge. Masculinity means giving more than you receive. I don't mean that in a material way, but in a spiritual sense. You have to start creating value and supporting other people who mean something to you or especially need your help. You must learn to be a part of society that creates value, not just consumes it like the masses. As you grow up, there often comes a point when you realize that you need to stop asking everyone questions all the time and you have to become the man with the answers. A masculine spirit can convince other people of his way and finds followers wherever he goes. In our modern world, where society is more lost and misguided than ever, there is a huge need for masculine leadership, with correct moral compasses and good intentions for the welfare of the community. There are too many evil men who have already seized this power vacuum and are doing great harm. These men have always existed in history, but there has not been such a great imbalance in the global distribution of money and power before. These men rule by force and tyranny. This has nothing to do with masculinity, but is nevertheless so often lumped together in our modern culture. While these men have often had great influence in the past, they have never been respected and their legacy is ostracized. Such men have no business in positions of power. They are engaged in a war inside their minds. A war with their egos that is fought on the backs of innocent people. Our society would perhaps call such behavior toxic masculinity, but this term is absolutely illogical. The moment masculinity becomes toxic, it has nothing to do with masculinity anymore. Toxic masculinity is a lie. Masculinity isn't toxic and toxic behavior isn't masculine. Toxic behavior is always a clear deviation from healthy masculinity. A man who runs over other people or beats his girl to exert dominance is not masculine. This behavior shows only his weakness, because he does it since he cannot win by fair means. It is blasphemous to attach such an act of weakness with masculinity. So, the whole narrative of toxic masculinity is null and void, because those men aren't masculine at all. A masculine man doesn't lead with oppression and violence, but with competence. Violence is the last resort of a masculine man. However, that doesn't mean you don't have to be able to use force when the situation demands it. In this world there are evil spirits who do not always fight fairly. They want to destroy, annihilate and take from others. You must be able to protect yourself and your community from these people. You need to have an animal inside of you that you can release when it is necessary, and which fights for you and a beloved one, without mercy and until the end. You must have that dangerous side within you, but you have to be its master. As Jordan Peterson put it, become a beast, and then learn to control it. Only in this way you can make sure that your community or your girl can really trust your leadership unconditionally. They need to know that this beast is within you and that you have full control over it. Respect is not demanded, it has to be earned. People respect and admire masculine men and women are attracted to them. They know they can count on him, and he will lead and take responsibility. It is the best-case scenario for others to join him and follow his leadership. That is why these men were the leaders of the tribes, hunted and provided for everyone under their protection, defending the community until their last breath. It is far from maliciousness, and nothing but nobility. He is the honor of people around him. None of them are afraid of him. Everyone admires him because of his courage and nobility. That is masculinity. Don't let anyone tell you that masculinity is bad or evil. Masculinity is the reason why you can live in safety and why we as a humanity have survived until now. Masculinity is what the world needs most these days. Men are weaker than ever before, and that is why men with evil intentions can so easily rise to the top of society. That is why dangerous ideologies can spread in society. There is a need for masculine men who have clear goals and good morals. They are an anchor for the people around them. They generate wealth, not through greed, rather because of the sheer thrust of their dreams. They use this money wisely to lift others around them and make the world a better place. Masculinity isn't self-centered and it isn't narcissistic. It is used to support and sustain other people. However, you must stabilize yourself before you can help others. If there is a loss of pressure in the airplane and the oxygen masks are coming down from above, you put yours on first before you help someone next to you put it on. You are not doing anyone any good if you become unconscious from the loss of pressure because you are helping others before you put it on yourself. You will become a liability and others will have to rush to your aid. You shouldn't lose yourself in trying to lift someone else up. You can only give if you have enough yourself. However, this doesn't mean that you can't even ask for help. You should ask others for help, but not for direction in your life. A masculine man doesn't seek answers from other people, he finds them himself. Always remember. A man who leads by force isn't a masculine man, but the monster that a masculine man stands in front of.